What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Lee and Invisible John Cena Rusty, and we are here to power rate the one, the only, the spooky Mr. Uncle Howdy. Mr. Uncle Howdy. That was the dumbest thing I've said in 5 minutes. So, anyways, Rusty, have you seen Uncle Howdy
Like
and
Uncle
what he
Howdy
can
said.
do? What was that?
Oh, I just said I did an off-camera laugh like Uncle Howdy. So true to the spirit.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Uncle Howdy is your Black Friday character, which typically means pretty super rare. The last 2 years, a couple of years ago, Johnny Knoxville was the one of them, and he didn't come back in the loot. But Fatu last year does show up in the loot, and I am guessing that Uncle Howdy's not done in this game. I don't think he's a one-day only character, so if you didn't get him, I'm sure there'll be chances for him again. But he kind of completes the Wyatt 6 package, and he is S plus tier, which means he's super, super rare. So we're going to treat him as such. We're going to run maybe 2 move sets, but this is the one that I think is the most fun. Doesn't require a lot, maybe 1, 2 things tops. So here's what we're going to do. The 5 MP, the Arrival, deal damage, choose 1 column to make into trap gems. If broken by your opponent, that's not going to happen, don't worry about it. If broken by you, deal damage and increase your yellow gem damage by 300% for 1 turn, and then deal damage and increase your yellow MP by 5. So you've got that right there. Then you've got the Crescendo, deal damage, choose 1 gem. Literally 1 gem. When I first saw this, I was like, this is the dumbest S plus tier character ever. He's only making 1, and then I played it, and it makes sense. That will modify all gems below it into black when broken by you. Then you choose a 3x1 area to make into pyro gems, which specifically means you cannot use the Piper's Power plate on him. So if at 7-star he goes to a 4x1 area, something like that, because let's just be honest, wait till you see the damage. If you could use the Piper plate on him, wow, it would be incredible. And then the finale, deal damage, choose 1 gem to make into a row break gem, then deal damage and choose 1 snowfall gem to destroy. Rusty, I love my really weird builds, right? Really weird movesets.
Yeah, wacky and mysterious, just like Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, this is all of those things. It's crazy. It's weird, but it works super well. So for your entourage, you are going to need John Cena because you need to have an additional yellow MP somewhere. So you either use John Cena or Santa Hogan, but John Cena gives you yellow gems do 45% more damage. We always power rate post 99 MP, so we're going to start with Woods to get your black move loaded, which does load your yellow moves. Then you're going to use Bret Hart for yellow gems do 35% more damage. Green gems doesn't matter. That's not actually what you're here for. And we've got CM Punk for yellow gems do 40%, but that's going to impact his overall power rating because, CM Punk is uber rare. So all you have to do if you want to take that 10% off is just use Brawny Stroface, Striker Braun, and you're good to go, right? Because he's 30%. He's super not rare. He shows up in the loot all the time. But for the sake of the first hit, we're going to keep CM Punk on there. So we're going to take him off so that there's not, one too many rare things on him here. And then on the strap, we have a 50% gem damage strap, double Fury 2s. The one thing you really need to make this work is a challenge of our Rivals plate. And that is not as rare as it used to be. In fact, during the Rocky event in particular, you could get this plate super easy. You just had to choose it. However, this LA Bite plate right here, it is super rare, but man, does it work well on him. So whenever you make a yellow or activate a yellow move, increase your yellow gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. You're going to see why That is super, super good. So, yeah, we're going to go in with this. Just one more quick note, and then I'll give Rusty the floor for a second. This account, the candy store account here, does have both moments, but let me point out why that doesn't matter for this move set. This one, the first one is the Wyatt 6. That's the one everybody was given as long as you can unlock 4 of the characters, which means you need either Howdy or Abby. Multiply gems increase their strength by 4. We're not doing multiplies. Row break gems do 200%. We're doing 1 row break gem, and it doesn't impact the rest of them. Black gems do 50%. We're doing 7 black gems, technically 6, depending on how you count it. So that's not really impacting things. But this one here, the Wyatt 6 versus American Made, moves that generate row break gems will create 10 more. We're not going to, it is going to show up as that being a valid option. We're going to stick with 1 row break gem. Protect gems do 150%. We're not using that. Multiply gems do 50%. We're not using that. However, gems do 50% more damage is on there. So I will completely take off CM Punk in a moment to just nerf that as much as I can. So, Rusty, what are you thinking? How do you like him so far? Did I lose Rusty? I can't tell anymore because I just have a black screen. Rusty, where are you? All right. Hearing no Rusty, I'm gonna keep going then.
I'm here. Is it poll time?
Nice. No, I gave you the floor for a moment, and then I heard nothing, and I was like, I can't
I
see him,
just,
so I don't know what
my
happened.
kids are just not, they're just not able to deal right now. So I had to mute and, it's just one of those things.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Well, let's get into this. So this can be done quick, by the way, but it is a little clicky. You got to know what you're doing here. So the first, you're going to do the arrival. You're going to choose a column to make into trap gems. I would make one side or the other, whichever is least likely to cascade with a multiply gem or a wildcard gem going to the bottom. Then you're going to make a snowfall gem, and you're going to place it on top of that row or column. Then you're going to lay down 3 of these magic little pyro gems. Now you're going to click this button here. You are going to place 1 row break on the bottom of the pile that you did. Yes, that's fine. And you are not going to destroy the snowfall gem just yet. Right? Because I did this wrong. Dang it. That's why. Hold on. I actually do want to see what this does real quick when I skip this. So I can't. All right, hold on. Let me reset this because I totally screwed it up. As much as I just said it's super easy, I wasn't supposed to place the row break gem. That was my problem there. Hold on. Hold on. It's a bad board. Yeah, we'll just say it's a bad board. We'll pretend that Lee wasn't the problem there, but definitely Lee was the problem. So, can we power rate Rusty's internet? 1 out of 25. 1 out of 25 for Rusty's internet. Oh, that's awesome. All right. Restart. Okay, do this again. All right, so you throw this off to the side. That's a bad one. This will work over here now this way. So we're going to do that. We're going to place the snowfall gem. There we go. And then we're going to place these guys off to the far side. Now, we're not going to place the row break gem at all. We are going to break the snowfall gem. And then that is going to reload this move set right here. We are going to do it again. We're gonna do that one right there because now we need to be able to break these. We're going to lay these guys down. We'll put the snowfall gem right there. We'll put those guys right there. Now we're going to break the whole thing. So just to stop and take a second here, we are now doing 5.82 million on every yellow gem without multiplies on them whatsoever. Now we are going to break these bad boys right here and right here, and we're done. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. That was 370 million damage. No, you place the row break, but you don't the second time. No, if you break the row break the first time, you cascade the whole thing. Where's the refund window? Sorry about that. Ministry Undertaker just went up 3 points. Nice. Nice. Rusty, I don't hear anything from your end. So wherever you want to chime in, you just chime in, okay, bud? And that's why you put the snowfall in the middle if possible. Yeah, yeah, we could try that. We could try that. Where the heck did my Undertaker go? There we go. That was the match I wanted. We'll run it one more time here real quick. We'll try putting it in the middle. See if we can't offset one side. You don't break it. You will if you do it that way. I can't put it in the middle because if I put it in the middle, it's going to cascade. So we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way here. There we go. There we go. I'm going to need a downloadable spreadsheet on how to use Uncle Howdy. Oh, that's funny. Once you get the hang of it, he's really not super difficult. And yeah, if you can place it in the middle, you can do a couple other things with it. You'd be fine. But, boop. There we go.
So
Rusty, I
have
hear
you been
back.
have you been attending like the Cesaro school of WWE champions? Is that where you've learned to do all this?
No, no, I took some time to figure this one out, and I was watching DJ when he was doing the debut on it there. So, 400 million, 400 million, yeah. So, not bad, not bad at all. What do you think of that, Rusty? Because I'm going to show one more build.
I just, man, that is comprehensive to say the least.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now you know how to do it, so you just do it that way. Professor was doing 2 billion damage. Yeah, Showtime. My question is, did he use 99MP setup though? I mean, like, did he have it to where he was with 99MP already? All right, then we're gonna do triple purple here real quick. Triple purple is a lot easier to run as long as you get them in the right order. I just got to make sure I did. Let's see. Deal damage, make 20 random gems into row break. Then deal damage, increase your purple MP. There we go. Let's see. So by 2. Nope, I didn't put them in the right order. So it needs to be 5 and then 8. Hold on one second here. Try again. So tell me, with the 2 billion damage setup, Zorro would be disappointed. Yeah, Zorro has already messaged me like, yeah, you can hit 20 billion. And Mosh with Nico, no, it doesn't matter after 80 million, which I didn't run the build back a second time with there, but we can take off almost everything. In fact, I do need to do that real quick. Hold on. Then we can show the other side of it. But yeah, after 80 billion or 80 million, 80 billion, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So I need to offset for the moments real quick. So I'm going to take off both of these guys, and that will offset for the moments. And then I am going to take off the LA Bite plate just real quick so that you can see this is him with nothing super rare aside from, if you consider, I wouldn't consider the Challenge of Our Rival rare, but this offsets for all the moments, all the extra special things. You can add the pig plate dirty, but then you can't recycle this move and run it twice. They strategically made this move set where it is 6 MP on one of the yellow moves so that you cannot do it twice without that plate. So, just so you know. There we go. Uncle Howdy's rare enough. That's true. That's true. This is gonna cascade. Frick. I saw it as soon as I did it. We still whooped him in one turn. What was that? That was hilarious. It was what that was. We beat him in one turn without even trying because of the moment. That's the one thing I can't modify for is the damage reduce. All right, Rusty, I hear you. I hear you. What are you thinking?
Lurking in the shadows.
Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call DW.
How do I turn on this? I'm watching your gameplay on Twitch. Look, I'll show
Nice.
myself.
You just are hiding in the shadows, though. It's. I mean,
I'm just trying to conserve bandwidth because the kids are watching streaming and their phones, and we've got this 5G box and we live in the country, so all the things.
all of the things. Huh. Well. If this didn't make that row break or that wild card gym, it would be. Whoops. Sorry. Right there. It would be so much nicer because then you could actually get one more row out of this. But it is what it is. 'Tis what it is. What's all happening, Mason? We are currently power rating Uncle Howdy, and then we're gonna hit one of the turtles. So that was 260 million with nothing. No trainers aside from John Cena, and no plate, no LA Knight plate at all. So that's our power rating right there. That is nothing rare needed. I took off Zombie CM Punk. I took off Bret Hart. Everything is gone. Still hitting 260 million. Yes, he has 2 moments on there, but again, you add in Braun Strowface, and you've got that back right there. So that's our power rating build. But I do want to just show you real quick the purple build because it is super fun. So you start with the lowest MP move, which is the 5 MP purple. Then you put the 8 MP purple. Then you put the finisher purple, the Sister Abigail. And you've got something right here. So 5 MP purple, deal damage, increase your purple MP by 3, which is what's going to load the 8 MP purple. Then deal damage and make 10 random gems into multis of strength 10. The Lariat Clothesline, deal damage, increase your purple MP by 2. That's what loads the Sister Abigail. Then deal damage and make 20 random gems into Row Break. And then Sister Abigail, deal damage, and for every Row Break gem, you're going to hit damage. Plus, you're doing a finisher of 2.25 million, destroy 20 random Row Breaks, and move on. So we're going to hit the loadout, which is this one, except for... We're going to nerf Sherry off of there real quick. And instead, actually, I'm just going to remove Sherry just to save time because these take forever to load. So we can just imagine that you've got Purple Woods in Sherry's spot right there. So now you've got Mosh, you've got Seth Leonardo, and you've got Zombie Brett. You're making 15 random gems that multiply strength 14, and you're breaking all those row break gems. Now you can use the Huskus plate, which is, if you're spending this event, it's one of the more reasonably priced items on the prize wall. So you do that. And then if you want to, you can also use the wonderful, wonderful eyebrows of Bubba. Yeah, the Bubba Specs plate will work pretty well on this one. And there's one other one, but... the rabbit plate. You could also use the rabbit plate to get some more out of it. So I'm going to use the Bubba Specs just so you can see it real quick. And we'll just run this move set. Yeah, you do want to have the 200% on the purple. There we go. All right, so alternate move set. If you don't want to do all the clicking, because obviously that one was very, very, very clicky, you can do this one instead, and everything gets loaded off of the 5 MP, move, so you don't need to worry about too much else. You're going to throw down a bunch of random multiply gems of strength 18. Then you're going to throw down a bunch of row break gems. Keep in mind, this is with the Wyatt 6 versus American Alpha moment, so it does pretty much fill up the board with row break gems. You could turn around and overwrite them because that reloaded somehow, but you normally wouldn't be able to. You could, I mean, throw another set. Then you just do your finisher. It does damage per row break, which is about 23 million. Then it breaks the board, does another 61 million. So it's another 80 million move set right there. Yeah, super easy. Nowhere near as hard hitting as the other, but this one is a lot faster in feud and all that. It just requires all your row break. I'm sorry, not your row break. All your multiply people, which you've probably got on a bunch of other people as well. Yeah, Michael Graham, you can run the black sub as well, and it's also pretty spicy. He's got 3 very good move sets. Very, very good. So. All right, well, I'm ready to switch over to the power ratings, Rusty. If you want to see the sub build, Michael Graham, that is on our break it down video, so you can see it right there. But Rusty, if you're good, I'm good to move over to the power rating.
Sounds good. I'll get the polls ready.
Okay. All right.
Call me Heath Slater tonight.
Call you Heath Slater because you're a hater? Oh. Because you got kids.
Because I got kids, man.
I got kids.
Doing the best that I can.
All right. And this, for no good reason, is no longer set up the way it should be. There we go. All right. So let's go in here real quick. So the first 2 categories are objective. Did he hit a certain amount of damage or did he not? He did. And then we're going to go into the vote on readiness, versatility, and entourage. So for the power, he's a 5. I mean, no question there. 2 different move sets hit well over 60 million pretty easily. And so if you don't know, for a 5 on our power rating system, the top marks would be equal to 100% of the current meta's top end damage, which we say 60 million after multiple discussions on what that means. 60 million is not the top end of the damage, but at least it has to start there. He can do that with very little, if nothing, on at least 2. Another one would have been there as 3 as well. Then on speed, for a 5, at least 2 of the following need to be true. It needs to have an MP charge equal to or lesser than 6. Both of his movesets start with a 5 MP move. The moves need to recycle flawlessly, which they do, and the animations need to be quick, resulting in a feud win under 45 seconds. So let's talk about that. So it does say and or right there, which does give us at least 2 of the following need to be true. His MP charge is low, his moves recycle flawlessly, depending on which moveset you're going to use, and we try not to mix and match which movesets as we power rate, because that's like cherry picking. But the reality is, you can, once you get the hang of it, you can get that first moveset to hit within 45 seconds. I've tested it out. However, it is close because it is very clicky, but the other requirements are 100% matched. The purple moveset, 100% he gets it done in 45 seconds. So you could argue that he doesn't quite, always get it done in 45 seconds in feud with the first moveset that hits 400 million plus. I know Professors hit 2 billion with special tricks, but it does fall under all the categories for it. So it gets a 5 on that one as well. So I'll type in the argument for that while Rusty is doing out the other one. So then we're on readiness. For readiness, for a 5, the character needs 0 or 1 special things. That's plate, that's gear, that's moment, that's a rare trainer to make them work well. For a 4, character needs 2 special things: plate, gear, moment, rare trainer, etc. For a 3, character needs 3 special things, and to get a 2, character needs 4 or more special things. So Rusty, if you want to get the readiness poll going, we can talk about that.
It's ready. You ready to launch it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lightning poll is live. You have 1 minute to vote on Uncle Howdy's readiness. Pinned in the chat.
So let's talk about what did he need. Now, he did 260 million with me taking off everything but the challenge of our rivals plate, basically. 50% gem damage straps, so we're not overinflating that. I took off. Literally, it was Showboat John Cena was the thing on there. So take that into account. Now, can he get better and better and better the more things he has? Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Footers, we're rating the speed based off the first move set, not the purple one actually, Dirty. But I am putting in the comments right now why it's clicky, what it does. Um,
Yeah, there's about so the fours have it as the poll ends, but it was really close. 60% for four and 40% for five.
okay, so let's look at Discord then real quick. Readiness. Discord is 5 votes for 5 and 2 votes for 4. So I don't know if that swings things. Dirty. I've already spent as much as I can spend on this event. Thank you for that though. Yeah, it does still tick 2 of the 3 options, footers. So, so Rusty. So you said 4-1 on Twitch, 5-1 on Discord. So I don't know how close we are on the split. Do we need to give him a 4 or a 5 on that? Because it's
On the
pretty darn
4.
close.
Yeah, five votes on. Where'd it go? There were 9 total votes on 4, and there were 6 total votes on 5.
Okay, so 5. So that's including. Well, Discord again. Discord was 4 votes on 5 and 2 votes on 4. So which one wins with that, or how close are we? Can you hear me?
Yeah, how many were 4?
So on Twitch or on Discord, readiness was 5 votes on 5 and 2 votes on 4.
It's tied at 11.
Literally tied even at 11.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we've got to go with the lower score. That's our precedent.
We always round down. Round down.
Yep. So I would disagree. Personally, I would give him a 5 because I ran him with absolutely nothing the second time around, and he hit 240 million. So you give up 200 million damage that way, but by the rule, we have to go lower. So, yep, that's right.
I mean, it seems like a 5 even still, though, because you're no entourage, no anything, no strap.
Yeah. No special strap. Challenge of our rivals was the only rare thing, but that would still be a 5. So, I mean, do we want to launch a tiebreaker real quick between 4 and 5, or do we let it ride? I mean,
none of the other numbers had any votes.
So it was dead even. Either way, it was dead even. Yeah, I mean, if I were to cast my vote, I would have cast it on a 5, and I didn't. But again, that looks bad when I'm like, nope, actually, I overrode that. So,
how about Cho Knows? What would he vote?
Telvin says, I need the people who voted for to explain why. I agree. I really think we re-vote that real quick. And if it ends up even again, I think it's fine. But I mean, this is the community portion of this. So I don't want to be like, you guys got it wrong, so I'm going to disregard you. That's
all right. We're doing a 1 minute vote off for readiness. And you can only vote 4 or 5. Lightning poll starts now. Now, right. Lee, go ahead and cast your vote on this as well, because I didn't vote either. So,
all right, I voted this time.
It is interesting to say if there were no entourage and no straps, and you're still hitting in triple-digit millions of damage, what the 4s would see. That we hadn't considered, other than Howdy himself being the very special thing that's required.
Yes, Howdy himself is rare, but that's not what we're rating on. We never rate the characters
So,
first on their rareness.
I mean, and they
Uh,
might have spiked the punch a little bit to say we're just salty we didn't get Howdy, and that I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody's out there casting a hate vote, but
yeah. Okay, see that changed it. That was 16 for 5 this time around. So I mean, honestly, again, I think that's super fair to have asked that question because there was no special thing with nothing but the challenge of our rivals. He hit. That's it. He hit. I still can't type. 240 million. So that's a 5. I mean, that is very fairly a 5. So I think we got it. We got it right. Here's where we really, though, have some question marks on theirs. Versatility. So for a versatility, Mason DJ will be live later. Usually. I can't guarantee, but usually 90% of the time he is after us. So for a 5 for versatility, the character needs to be competitively usable in feud, boss, and showdown, and the character needs to have a special gem type, which all of them do nowadays. That almost doesn't even matter to say. For a 4, character needs to be competitively usable in 2 of the modes that are big, feud, boss, or showdown, and have a special gem type. For a 3, character needs to be competitively usable in 1, feud, boss, or showdown, and maybe a sleeper for boss. And for a 2, characters not strong in any competitive format or mode, but may be capable of winning in tours and blitzes. So that's your categories, that's your points. Rusty, over to you.
all right, the poll's going to take 1 second here. This is Versatility.
T.
Poll is live, baby, live.
Live, baby, live. So let's talk about that. Feud, I don't think there's a question that he'll do good. So boss or showdown? Tell me your thoughts on boss battle and showdown for this character, Rusty.
Well, okay, so he blew up the board with a special gem, yet it was not enough of the special gem type to receive a large multiplier, and yet he still is doing copious amounts of damage. So I don't really know I don't really know how to throw that in. Right? Why don't you weigh in on that?
Well, let's the versatility poll run out because it's about to. I don't want to influence things too much
Well,
with my.
it's a landslide for 5.
Oh, okay.
88%.
All right. Well, 88%. So on Discord, he actually got a 4, but it was only by 3 votes difference on there. So it would have been the same either way. So it is a 5. Yeah, I mean so here's the thing with the S plus tier characters. Almost all of them have a 5 or less MP charge, which means that they're going to do great in showdown. They're going to do fine and to great in boss battle, or I'm sorry, in feud. So the big question mark would be boss battle, but if he can do 400 million, and Zorro did text me the build he used. It does include the drip, but you can do a drip build with him that hits 2 billion. I mean, so yeah, I mean, we typically don't show off the hey, if you do this, you get the bit, but he can do up to 2 billion. So I mean, that means he could take down a boss battle character by himself. So that's huge. That's huge right there.
Yeah.
So
So hopefully, one of my. Well, does it also mean? Okay, here's a question. Does it also mean the developers are going to be mindful of the special gem types that he creates, and in the same way they used to nerf Powerhouse KO, they will
uh-huh.
be targeting Howdy?
Possibly. Also, it sounds suddenly like you're driving on the road somewhere.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you've got like this. Maybe it's your fan or something like that. But
I think it's my daughter's. shower coming through our thin walls because we live in a
Oh,
tiny
gotcha.
home.
Footer says now with boss, shouldn't top in damage count as an item? What do you mean as an item? I'm not quite sure I'm following on that.
Like a
But
category of itself.
yeah, it could be. I mean, like I say, so let's talk boss battle real quick. So William Regal and OTC, even if there's not something that buffs what they do, can usually take off at least half, if not the entirety of a boss's stuff all by themselves, right? And Uncle Howdy's going to fit in that category. Even if yellow gems aren't getting a buff, even if whatever, because he self buffs, he is going to be able to do a ton all on his own, which is just crazy. If boss runs clean, then Howdy alone will finish a level 23 boss. Thanks, Lee. Now the boss will have 2 billion health. Oh, either way, he's gonna do fine, I think. So let's talk about Entourage, which this one is nutty, right? So for a 5 in Entourage, it's an essential trainer or coaching ability that adds something you don't want to go into battle without. For a 4, it's a widely used trainer or coaching ability that helps the character it's being used in reach their full potential. For a 3, it's a niche trainer coaching ability, may not be used much, but is valuable when needed. And for a 2, it's basically if somebody else, if you just don't have the person who does the job better. And here's what his is. It is frankly a little hilarious. It's going to change the game for a lot of people. As a coach, not a trainer, as a coach, moves and gems, including trap gems, countdown, and multiply gems. That's important language right there, more so than you think. That generate multiply gems will create 6 more multiply gems, and multiply gems do 60% more damage. Rusty, set up that poll and then talk to me about that.
Okay, Entourage Lightning Poll is live. And for me, that's one of the most OP Entourage abilities I've ever heard of. Nearly everyone in the 6 gold meta that's at the top of the meta does multi gems.
Yep.
Therefore, he is the best of the best that you use on the best and makes the best better.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's not going to impact people like OTC who do an area. OTC does a 6x6 frickin' area into multi gems, but anybody who creates a number of gems, like da 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 creates ba ba ba, number of gems, he's going to buff. But essentially, like the big thing is, certain characters might create multi gems out of a trap gem. Certain gems might, or people might create it out of a juggernaut gem, and they added the language and the ability for this to specifically add to those as well. So it is insane. 100% put a 5, and I absolutely agree. No question. That is a nutty entourage ability.
Yeah, and some people like so Kurgan wrote D'Lo Brown gets a huge buff.
Oh,
Like I was thinking, like Devon Dudley suddenly is whoa doing stuff that an A tier suddenly becomes an S tier with Howdy in the Rush.
yep. Yep, it's freaking insane. Yeah, Batista. Batista's gonna be good one. Vader. I want to run Vader with him here in just a minute. I mean, there are so many. Oh my, no, Indy does an area, doesn't she? Wait, yeah, Indy does an area. Sheamus. I mean, again, yeah, we're just gonna start listing all of these characters that do not. So now here's the big thing. Imagine you pair Uncle Howdy with Mosh Potato, and now you've got your trainer that's creating more multi gems and buffing them up one, and your coach that's creating more multi gems and then doing more multi gem damage. Like that combination right there is going to have some characters doing so many freaking multi gem. Talk about the drip plate. He's a drip plate. Like Uncle Howdy is a drip plate.
I
So
suddenly I wish I had a lot more shards of them. Now that we say that,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
you think he'll be on the
Oh,
UCC?
Oh yeah, I think he will eventually. 100%. He's not. These aren't zombies, etc. They're considered a regular event, so it'll take a couple months. But yeah, I would bet Uncle Howdy will be on the UCC. I would guess he's going to be at least 700K, if not a million. So if you don't get him this event, but again, I don't have any. I don't have any independent verification through Scopely. I haven't been told that he will, but I also haven't been told that he won't be on there. So
Yeah, don't get mad at us if it doesn't happen. We're
right,
talking out of our own aspirations.
right. Yeah, Showtime Chemo. I've never run Indy with her countdown moves, so that's gonna have to be something that I check out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. So, well, that's it for this power rating video. Rusty, do you want to be the anonymous voice of John Cena and take us out on this one? Because we're 40 minutes in on this video.
I think one thing we forgot to say is I just don't like his mask. I wish he wrestled without the mask. Okay, so join us each and every Friday night as we break down and rate the newest superstars in WWE Champions. And for us to do a great job, it's going to require you to enter the chat and cast your vote. So join us, and we'll see you next time, friends.
Bye.